Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry and this is Centralise, and today we've got another haul of testers. So you might have seen a video of mine a few weeks back now, and I was talking about some testers that I bought. I found someone that sells testers. I was over the moon. I think there was 4 fragrances that I picked up. Well, I went back to him and I've picked a few more up. So I thought I would share what I've picked up with him. In total, there's 5 fragrances. I actually picked up 6, but one was a present for the monster-in-law. She had some Youth Dew from Estee Lauder. And that was a good price, but that was in the original packaging and everything. So he does do original stuff as well. But I picked up 5 testers. But let's have a look and see at the ones that I've picked up. So the first one is in this box, and it just says Dior Sport 125ml. And in the top you've got Dior Homme Sport. Now this is the 2021 version. Now I've been looking around online to buy the original of this and how much it costs. I think the cheapest I could find it was about £65, and that's on My Origins, which is a French website. So then you've got to pay the postage as well. So you're probably talking about £70. Now I paid £45 for this, and over the moon to get it for that cheap. It's a Dior fragrance. Dior are one of those you don't tend to find very often on discounters, the same as Chanel. And this is what it looks like. Love the style. I think it's absolutely ace. Love the sport on the bottom and the Dior on the top. And then you've got like a D in the middle. There's like a black, I think that's what I think it's basically hiding the tube that gets for the sprayer. You can just see the tube sticking out the bottom, and then on the bottom you've got lots of details. Now a few people have been asking me about testers, asking me where I get them from. A few people that I've trusted, I've passed on Paul's details. The only thing he's got is on Facebook, or he's got a market stall. So unless you live close to me, you'd have to speak to him on Facebook, and then it's basically down to him whether he decides whether to send it out or not. It's not my choice. But this Dior Homme Sport, been wearing it, absolutely love it. I'll just show you the atomizer, really good atomizer. And this, it opens very, very bright. It's got like a lemon and bergamot, but it's got quite a spicy, piney feel to it as well. I pick up lots of resins. There's a lot of fruit which are coming through with it. There's like a nice woody undertone to it as well. Really, really nice fragrance, and a lot better than what I was expecting. Now, I know this is a reformulation because they had a 2017 version. I haven't tried that, so I couldn't tell you the difference. But I would say this is quite masculine, and I would say it's probably a spring-summer fragrance. There are a couple of things to it, which means it would probably work in some of the colder days. So I think some of the woody nuances to it and some of the spices are in there. It could work, but I think primarily it's going to be for warmer weather. So that was my first pickup, Dior Homme Sport. Absolutely over the moon at picking that up. And it's got a few other things that I'm still interested in. So the second one, now if in my last video, I'll put a link to it on the screen so you can see, I picked up a Bvlgari man. And I picked up the wood neroli. Now I've already got the wood essence, and I've got the man black. I haven't got the extreme and I haven't got the original, so those are 2 that I'm going to start looking for. and there's a Terra Essence as well, which one of my friends, Stuart, who's a regular viewer on this channel, he told me he got it and he says he absolutely loves it. He reckons it's in the similar sort of vein to Terre de Hermes. So that's something that I would really enjoy. So that's something I need to look out for. But the one that I've picked up is Bvlgari Man Glacial Essence. Now, as you can see, it comes in a box like this. You've got the Bvlgari parfums on the top, and then there's nothing else going on other than, I think there's some code on the bottom. Now, I picked this up for £35. Now, the cheapest I've seen it for this size, 100ml EDP, it was £61.50, and that was on Notino. So another discounter site, and that's the cheapest I've seen it. You might be able to pick up a 50ml, well, you will be able to pick up a 50ml cheaper than that. But that's how much I've seen it. I haven't seen it anywhere else any cheaper than that. And Notino is a place that I trust and I've bought many things from. So this is what it looks like. Look at that. That looks awesome. Now, in the last video, I discussed the pros and cons of tester bottles. One of them being sometimes they come without a cap. Now, all 5 that I've got here today have got caps. Well, one of them doesn't have a cap anyway, but that's besides the point. This has got a built-in one, so really happy. No issues with any of these. If you look on my previous video, I actually go through some of the pros and cons, so that might help you out a bit. As you can see, really nice. Love the white with like, it's like a blue glass, slightly blue. It's probably going a little bit purple if I'm honest. Yeah, probably. Silver writing in. Really like it, really nice style. Now, I did notice on the side of this one that it does say that it's a tester. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a little sticky label. You could actually peel that off if you wanted. So this one, just check the sprayer out. Now, I get citrus from this straight away. Now, I know that citrus isn't listed, but I definitely get that from it. I get like a piney, musky feel from it. There's woods, there's like a juniper berry, and I get like a gin sort of smell from it. Now, I know you can get that when you mix juniper berry and some citruses, so that's the sort of vibe that I'm getting from it. So it's a really enjoyable wear, and I'm really glad that I've added it to my collection. It's going to be great for these spring and summer, so brilliant sort of fragrance for that sort of weather. I think it's another masculine fragrance, and I am very pleased to have got Bvlgari Man Glacial Essence. And the price that I picked it up for, it's just over half price, so that's ideal. If you went to a retail shop, you'd be talking even more than that, £61.50 on Notino. So really happy with that, and I'll be looking out for those other fragrances in the line. So on to the next one, and there's a reason why I picked this up. I like DNG Pour Homme. I like the original from back in the day. I used to wear it back in the day. I've actually got an old version of it in an aftershave form with the label on. I think it's the Italian version. I know they've done different versions from different countries since. It's now got like a printed label that's part of it, and the smell isn't as good. Now, I was told this fragrance smells like that old original fragrance, so when I saw that it got it, I thought, yep, I'm going to get it. Now, it's a 125ml EDP, and it's DNG Pour Homme Intensa. This is the box that it came in. then you've got more details on the top, and then you've got some details on the back, and then there is a barcode on the bottom as well. So this, the cheapest I've seen this was £41 in All Beauty. In a retail shop you're talking a lot more than that. I paid £25 for it, so I was over the moon to get it for that cheap. Bearing in mind it's 125ml and it's an eau de parfum as well. And I will show you the bottle. So it's a really nice dark brown bottle, and it's got like a copper writing on it. There you've got the Intensa, and then you've got Dolce & Gabanna, Pour Homme and Eau de Parfum. It's got like a copper brown sort of cap, really like that, and it's in the DNG Pour Homme style bottles, and then you've got a bit of writing on the bottom. So the cap is quite heavy, quite nice, and I'll give you this a spray, see what it's like. So another decent atomizer. Been happy wearing this. Now I do get a bit of the vibe of DNG Pour Homme, but I would say it doesn't quite live up to the old version, but then I wasn't expecting it to be honest. It probably is as close as you're going to get to that older version, but there's a lot more going on in this compared to that older version. Now you definitely get lavender and tobacco, there's an aromatic feel to it, it's fresh and spicy. I get like an aniseed type licorice sort of feel from it. Now I didn't really get that in the original, but it was a long time ago when I used to try it, and the one that I've got now, it's just an aftershave, so it's hard to compare the aftershave of the EDT. I still love that smell, but I could do with getting an old EDT version if I could get older one, but I know they're like gold dust. I know Scott from the Centurions just got older one, and you could tell by the look on his face beaming from ear to ear. So I really like it. I think the original for me, it's got more citruses and it's not as dark as this one. Being the Intenso, I think that's what it's just give it a bit more darkness. Definitely a masculine fragrance. I think it's more of an autumn winter fragrance. You could get away with it in the spring on a colder day, I would say, but for me it's more of an autumn winter sort of fragrance. So another absolute bargain, really happy to have got that. And as you notice with all these, they're all the full size bottles. You're not getting 50s and 30ml, and I'm normally paying this sort of price for 30 and 50ml bottles, so you just can't grumble at the price. So on to the next one, and this is the only one that's got a little bit of thing missing, which when you consider what it is that's missing, it really is negligible, so I'm not going to worry about it. So it actually comes, instead of coming in a tin, that might give away what it is, it's from Jean-Paul Gaultier and it's Le Beau. And this is the EDT version, and it's an 125ml bottle, and as you can tell, it doesn't come in the cylindrical shaped can. So I don't need a tin opener to get this one open, as I've seen some videos before, people trying to open them that way. So as you can see, it's got Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Beau EDT. Now there is an EDP on the market at the moment, and I'll come to that in a minute. So there's your ingredients, and on the bottom there's nothing. So I picked this up for £45, which I think is an absolute bargain for 125ml of any Jean Paul Gaultier, let alone this one. Now I know it's going for about £60 on All Beauty, but I was really happy to have picked it up for that much. So it comes with a little plastic cap that goes on there, and have you noticed what it's missing yet? So on all the Jean Paul Gaultier bottles, you get a little clip that goes on here, and it basically stops it from pressing down. But if you're just storing it in a cabinet, you're not going to need that. It's only if you're carrying it about places and it gets pushed in your pocket or in a bag and it starts spraying. But I am really happy with that bottle. Look at just how good that looks. Now, when I first sprayed this, there was no juice in it was an empty spray, so it hadn't been sprayed before. It's got a leaf on his junk. Now, when I showed this to the wife, I showed her that and she went, "Oh, why has it got a scorpion there?" Now, I don't know if she's heard about Adam and Eve, but does that look like a scorpion to you? I had to explain to her about Adam and Eve and the birds and the bees and all that. She'll kill me if she watches this. But yeah, really nice design. The way it like edges and that, it's a lot sharper design compared to some of the more rounded Jean Paul Gaultier bottles that are out there. Now, my only issue with this, I don't know if it's because of the type of notes that are in there, but I didn't think the performance was great. Now, I need to try and wear it a few more times. So it's got like a creamy, citrusy coconut. I'll just show you the spray out. Oh. So it's a decent sprayer on it. I absolutely love the smell of this. So they've said the performance isn't great, and it does go quite generic sweet after a while, but the coconut in this, it's just so good. That coconut smell, for the length of time that it hangs around, I just absolutely love it. And I'm really happy to have picked it up. And now I'm really interested in trying the EDP. Now I know the EDP is a lot darker in the top and that, but I even like Label. I know I've mentioned this in a shop when I went in the perfume shop and I was talking to them about fragrances being marketed for one sex or the other. Now, I could quite happily wear Jean Paul Gaultier Label. Now, I know a lot of people might turn their nose up at that, but I love the pear smell in that, and it's quite addictive. I've tried to talk the wife into buying a bottle for herself so that I could nick it occasionally, but she doesn't like the smell. So that's that out the question. And that's where I think is there 2 versions or 3 versions now? I think it's similar to this. I think there might be 2 versions, but she doesn't like either. Now, I like both of them and I could quite happily wear them, but as soon as I said it in the perfume shop, the woman was like looking at me as if I was weird. But that's just me. The more you get into fragrances, it doesn't matter who it's marketed to, it's what you smell and what you enjoy. That's what you're into, and that's what I like. So we'll move on to the last one, shall we? So the last one that I picked up, I actually messaged him earlier on in the week to see how much it was going for, because a friend, Veritas Vincent, who's got his own YouTube channel, he's done some perfume reviews in the past, showed his collection and stuff, but he's gone away now really from doing perfume videos. He's doing a lot more topical sort of videos, so you can still go and check his channel out. Great channel, really enjoy watching him. And he asked me about Givenchy Gentleman cologne, so I got in touch with him and he says he does them for £30. So this is what it came in. Givenchy Gentleman cologne, and it's an EDT 100ml again, and you've got the tester and stuff. You've got a barcode on the bottom. and then the rest of it is just white, nothing else going on. So I wanted this anyway. I got back to Lee, who's the name behind the channel name, and he said he would leave out and not get it just yet. So I'll send him a sample, see what he thinks. 100ml EDT, as I said, and to cheapest price I could see this was the fragrance shop, and I think it was like £69. This is what it looks like. Absolutely gorgeous looking. It just looks fresh and clean just looking at it, doesn't it? I picked this up for £30, which I think is an absolute bargain. So with this, I'll just show you it. You've got the Givenchy badge in the lid. You've got Givenchy Gentleman on the front, and then on the back you've got Cologne and all the details. And there's nothing going on the bottom that I can see. The lighting is, oh, there is, yeah, there is a bit in there. You've got to look at it from a certain angle. So it's just a plain white cap, and the sprayer on this, really nice sprayer. Just getting a whiff of it to remind me. That is so good. So this is, now Givenchy Gentleman, the line is well known for like having iris in it, and this is like citrus and iris, and then a bit of greenness, which I think is coming from the petitgrain. You get vetiver, you get ambroxan, and there's a bit of musk in there as well. Really nice masculine fragrance, ideal for this time of year. Coming into the warmer weather, it's going to be a really beautiful fragrance to wear. Really looking forward to wearing it more often. And from what I've tried so far, I don't think it's like cologne sort of concentration, the way it lasts. Maybe it is, but it just, some of the notes, it just seems to last a lot longer than a lot of freshers. So really happy with it. It's a cracking frag, and I'm so glad to have picked it up. So all in all, I think I spent, I think it was about £180 for 5 fragrances. And when I worked it out, I think you was talking £300 or thereabouts. So it's just over half price that I've paid. So I'm absolutely chuffed, and I can't wait to go and see him again. What I might do, I'll have to clear it with him first. I might actually film when I visit him and show you some of the fragrances that he's got on display and the way he displays it on his little stall. I know that he's going to be trying a few different venues with his stall, so really good luck to him. And I know he's got a palette coming in from France soon, so I might have to pay him a visit once that comes in. But really happy. If you do want to get in touch with him, then let me know and I'll pass on his details to you, or I'll let you know where his market stall is and that. Let me know if you tried any of these in the comments. Let me know what you think of them. Always happy for you to recommend fragrances to me, so get writing in them comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Stay fragrant, not vagrant.